What's up, family? This is Sensei. Today, I want to talk about something that's pretty interesting to me. I've been doing a lot of thinking on so many different levels. Last night, I was watching this show called OA on Netflix, and there was a scene that made me break down in tears. Right? It was a scene of a open shooter that was just shooting at students in a school, and you seen the kids running and hiding, and that scene made me much more emotional than I thought. And the reason why is because yesterday, I believe it's called Appalachia High School. There were two students shot and two teachers shot. So that's parents who will no longer see their kids, and that is also husband and wives or mothers and fathers or kids, whatever, who will no longer see their parents, whatever way you put it, their parents, their kids, their grandkids, their cousins, their nephews, their nieces, whatever it is, right? Yesterday, it made me feel terrible. And I don't know what triggered that because there's so many shootings and so many different murders taking place within our own society. And it makes me feel bad. My aunt called, worried because she heard that there was a shooting in Georgia, and she thought about her kids, her nephew and niece, which is my kids, right? And I can't imagine the feeling of what that would feel like to get a phone call that your child is no longer here on earth, right? Or your husband or your wife. Right now, I'm feeling emotional right now as I'm shooting this video. But, you know, there's a lot of things taking place on this planet that is great. And there are a lot of things taking place on this planet that is evil. I aim to not hold on to evil. I aim to hold on to nothing but light. I aim to hold on to something greater, higher, more intelligent than any one of us combined, right? There are a lot of rich people who are amazing. I know them. I know them firsthand. But there are a lot of rich people who are not amazing, and they're doing things behind the shadows, right? They're not doing it in the shadows, they're doing it behind the shadows. Right now, if you're not paying attention enough, you will not notice that your third eye is being shut down. You're not noticing that your spiritual awakening is being blocked. You're not noticing that your belief system is being aggravated. You're not noticing that your sexual energy is being zapped. You're not noticing that your testosterone is being demolished. You're not noticing that your money is no longer growing the way it needs to grow. The list can go on and on and on because right now there is an agenda that's out there. And this agenda is sabotaging men and women, and it is destroying human beings. They put wars out there. They put viruses out there. They put freaking inflation out there. They put people who have no need to be police officers. They put them in those positions to go out and do horrific things, not only to black people, because the media would make you believe that it's only black people that's getting shot by these evil people. No, it's not. There are also white people getting shot. Believe it or not, do your research and you will see what I'm talking about. They're putting things out there to keep us like this. If you're like this the whole time, you ain't seeing where you're going. If there's a cliff in front of you, you're going to collapse, you're going to fall over that cliff. We need to start to remove those blindfolds, and we need to start to own a little bit more of our lives. We need to stop allowing our lives to be dictated by what this fake society has dictated for you. If you're one of those people who believe that all black people are struggling in this world financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, blah, 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 then you're a part of the problem. If you believe that all white people has life amazing and they don't have no financial difficulties and their spirituality is on point, blah, 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 then you are a part of the problem. If you believe that the Japanese or the Chinese, they're all amazing doctors, and the Indians, and they're all good in technology, and they're doing so much better than we are, then you are a part of the problem. If you believe all these things, then you become exactly what they are creating. If you have never read the Willie Lynch letter, read the Willie Lynch letter. I don't care how many times they try to denounce it. The idea of that is the fact that if you destroy the head, then the body has no movements whatsoever. You destroy the head, the body is useless. So if you can take the strongest people and put them take them off that pedestal, then you are removing the leaders, and you can also implant other people who can pretend to be leaders, but is leading you in a different path. That is what's happening in society right now. Whether you like it or don't like it, this is what's happening in society. So we have to start taking back our power, even if we take back this little tiny bit back from it. We got to be willing to get lost to be found sometimes. Instead of following the diagram and following the map where it says make a right, make a left. Make a left. Get lost a little bit. Find a new path. So I left social media. Not all platforms, because you're watching me right now on social media. But I decided to remove the ones that I feel like it's not doing anything for my spirituality, anything for my finances, nothing for my physicality. I removed it. So let's start with Facebook. Facebook has become something that I don't like. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that if I follow people, for example, I'm in the motorcycle world and the fitness world. So when I follow people on social media, I might see that they might have a motorcycle and they request a friendship, and I'll accept it. But then when I'm looking through my feed has become nothing but a bunch of stupid stuff. I hate seeing my sisters degrading themselves the way they do on social media. I hate seeing them showing themselves off the way they do. There's no need for women to do that. And I'm talking about my black sisters right now. I don't like to see that. I hate seeing the ridiculous stuff that they show in the motorcycle world. They show so many things that's like, what the hell is this, right? I can't stand seeing the stupid ads. I can't stand seeing the political war. I can't stand seeing a lot of stuff. And Facebook just keeps on feeding. You keep on giving more and more information to Facebook. So what I decided to do was I still keep my Facebook account and wait for this one. I still keep the Facebook account because they got me hooked to Facebook Marketplace, right? A lot of people, because I like to shop and sell things. I like to buy stuff and I like to also sell stuff. So Facebook Marketplace is what I really like Facebook for. So I unfollowed every single person on Facebook. I befriended everybody on Facebook because if you're my friend, you got my number. If you're not my friend, you ain't got my number, right? So you're not really friends with each other on Facebook. This is just, once again, the smokescreen that people believe. And I'm going to show you how sensitive people are when it comes to the social media, and people don't realize it. So because I made the movement to unfollow and unfriend every single person on Facebook, as a matter of fact, I think I still have like about 150 more followers to remove from Facebook because I'm blocking my page from everything, right? People have become so connected to this Facebook thing that I woke up this morning and I'm blocked from a specific individual. I'm blocked from that individual. And that person decided to leave the group. And I'm pretty sure, and I started thinking, wait a minute, what did I do to this guy? Why he blocked me on his phone? You could always tell, right? and why he left the group for no reason, just out of the blue. Now, you might be saying, well, nah, bro, it could be something different. You could be making assumptions. And yes, I am. Everything I'm saying right now is based on my assumptions. Okay? But I figured maybe he saw that he doesn't have any contact with me on Facebook anymore. And Instagram, because I left Instagram completely. And maybe he's associating our last conversation, a question that I asked, to that fact. Well, this is the type of sensitivity that I'm noticing that has been lacking within our society. We're no longer connecting with each other the way we should. We're not making those phone calls. We're not asking those questions. So what I did was when I try to call, the phone went right to voicemail. It never goes to voicemail because this person is always up nice and early like me. So I'm using that as an example. I could be wrong, but I know I'm not wrong. I know I'm not because it's just too obvious. Instagram is another platform. I just can't stand it. So I left Instagram completely, deleted the page. I've been struggling with these pages for a long time. And I finally got my spirit in order where I'm like, you know what? Instagram has some good stuff, whereas, everything has a different platform, right? Instagram, you can connect with people directly through that messaging system, right? I wish YouTube allowed it that we can connect with each other and message each other the way Instagram does. But I can't have too many social media platforms killing my vibe. So remove that. Because productivity is more important to me when it comes to developing my money, when it comes to spending time with my family, when it comes to spending time with my spiritual life. I'm not going in any specific order. When it comes to riding my motorcycle, when it comes to doing anything in my yard space, spending time on building up my house, instead of me doing that, I'm wasting time scrolling. Even if I'm scrolling for 10 minutes, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, and these damn shorts has become very entertaining to the point to where we don't realize that they have gotten us right where they want us. So I decided to leave it. YouTube, I developed some of my income on YouTube, not from Ride Fit Nation. Ride Fit Nation, I'm not making money from Ride Fit Nation. Maybe $225 a month. That's what YouTube pays me for all of the work that I do. YouTube dishes me out $225, $250. I'm transparent. But I have another channel, which is my Donovan Green Fitness. Well, it's now called Chair Fit Camp. That's where I make my bigger earnings. That's where I can monetize my stuff and lead people to the membership on my website. That is my business. So social media is not all bad. It's what you can do with social media and how you can make it benefit you. If it's not benefiting you, then it's up to you to find ways for it to benefit you. If you can't find ways for it to benefit you, then the question is, why are you there? Why are you wasting precious time, wasting time? We don't need to do that anymore. This is about progress. It's about making strong decisions that's going to impact your future. It's about eliminating anything that's going to damage your belief, that's going to damage your visual, that's going to damage your success, that's going to damage your goal setting, that gets in the way to slow you down. For many of you, this social media thing is your quicksand. You're in it, but you don't know you're in it. And you're sinking, but you don't know that you're sinking. It's working on your psyche on a subconscious level. The subconscious mind is something that is so powerful that you can have a dream 2 years ago and don't realize how that dream subconsciously impacted your outlook on life 2 years later. Somebody could have told you something from you were a baby, and that whatever they told you subconsciously stayed hidden within your hippocampus, within your brain cells, and you were able to recollect it back 15, 20 years later. The subconscious mind is the most supreme piece of your intellectual self. Your non-intellectual self can be the conscious mind. The conscious mind, you are aware of what's around you. You're seeing what's in front of you. You're seeing this video. You're hearing what I'm saying right now. But the subconscious mind can hear the messaging coming at you very different. There are a lot of demons in the world, whether you want to believe it or not. There are a lot of wickedness, and there are also a lot of angels. and many, many other amazing things and amazing people. But if your subconscious mind keeps on feeding into more of the demonic stuff, then how can the angelic portion of your life come into play? How can that come into existence? So, what we want to do is we want to start to take a look at our lives, and we want to start to create a value system. On the left side of a piece of paper, you put value. On the other side, you put no value. Or you can put liability on one side and asset on the other side. You write down the things that are valued or of value or that is asset in your life. You put it on a piece of paper on one side. Then the things that is no value or that is liability, you put it on the other side of that paper. And then you start to check off the things that is liability, the things that is no value. You start to remove those things one at a time. Don't try to remove everything. If there's something that you can remove right now that is multiple removals, then do that. The things that are value or that is your assets, you keep. And I'll give you a prime example. So I have 2 motorcycles. One of these motorcycles are fully paid for. That's my that's Anubis, my Softail. I put a whole lot of money in that Softail, which I would never do again. But I did it one time. It's fully paid for. That's an asset. I can sell this bike right now. I could make a video and say, I'm going to sell this custom motorcycle and I want 19,000, 20 grand. And I could make money back from that. My Road Glide is not fully paid for, but I have a whole lot of money in that Road Glide. That is a liability. If I have to get rid of that right now, I will. I have no connection to my Road Glide. None of it. Okay? Your values, your assets are things that you can generate income on or things that can add your net worth up. For example, to become a millionaire. To be a millionaire doesn't mean you have to have $1 million in your account. It just means you have to have $1 million of net worth. So if you have a home that's, let's say your house is $700,000 and your house is paid for, you are $700,000. That's your net worth. Then you have a car that's $40,000 and it's paid for, $740,000. And the list goes up. This is how you become a millionaire on paper. You develop your net worth. Doesn't mean you have as much money in that account, but you have things that you could always grab and get rid of when you need to get rid of it, right? But if everything that you're doing right now is all based on this social media platform where you're not using social media for the best, but you're using social media solely for entertainment, then it's taken away from your value. It's killing your subconscious mind. Start spending more time with your family, guys. Start spending more time with your higher power. I use the word higher power because everybody have different walks. We have Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, Hindus. We have people who are beliefs of many different things, and I accept everyone as they are. I don't look at anyone any different. I love to build with people from different walks of life. But society does not have us doing that. Society has been teaching us to hate each other for all these years where we can't speak our political outlook. We can't speak our religion. We can't speak our sexuality. We can't speak about our money. Society wants us to hate each other. We have become our own enemy. And we need to stop that. Honestly, we need to stop that. So think about what you have in your life right now. Ask yourself, is this social media thing helping you or is it hurting you? I want to know. All right? This is Sensei. Let's keep on getting these miles. Let's get this money. Let's get these muscles. But I also want you to hear my other slogan. Your body is just a body until you make it a temple. All right? I'm out of here. Leave those comments. I'm curious. Like I said, I'm off of Facebook. Well, I'm still on Facebook, but off of Facebook. And I'm off of Instagram. YouTube, I'm here. All right? Peace.